Plants may seem passive and inactive, but in fact they move. These are among the most mysterious. Sundews. The leaves, like those of other plants, use sunlight to help them grow. But their glistening tentacles get food in another way. They are traps. Plants, to grow properly, need sunlight and water and minerals and nutrients which they get from the soil. But in some parts of the world, in swamps and bogs, for example, there are very few minerals and nutrients in the soil. So plants have to get those things from somewhere else, and they get them from the bodies of dead animals. Each tentacle is tipped with a glistening droplet. It may look like nectar, and indeed many insects seem especially attracted to it. But it's not. It's a glue. It not only holds the insect fast, but clogs up the tiny holes on its flanks so that it can't breathe. Time-lapse cameras reveal that tentacles that have not been touched by the insect now start to bend towards it. How they detect the insect's presence, we still don't know. Finally, the sundew begins to fold its whole leaf around its prey. There will be no escape from this lethal embrace. Now the plant liquefies its victim's internal organs while it's still alive and absorbs the nutrients through its leaves. Other carnivorous plants don't require special photography to show how fast they can be. Darwin described this plant as one of the most wonderful in the world. It's a native of the coastal plains of North and South Carolina in America. The Venus flytrap. It catches insects with booby traps. At the top, the leaves are baited with a sweet nectar. But lower down, there are a few upright bristles. Triggers. Many things might accidentally touch one of them, so a single touch has no effect. But a fly crawling around on the leaf sipping the nectar is likely to touch more than one of the bristles. And if it touches two within 20 seconds, that's different. It's thought that the trigger hairs work by releasing a rudimentary electric impulse. The victim's desperate attempts to find a way out simply trigger more hairs and encourage the trap to close even more tightly. The plant begins to release juices rich in hydrochloric acid. It will take 10 days to completely digest its meal. But there's a carnivorous plant that moves at even greater speeds. It lives in the hidden underwater world of lakes and ponds. It's called Utricularia, bladderwort. These tiny wrigglers are mosquito larvae, and they are among its prey. The bladders that give the plant its name are not floats. They too are traps. Each bladder contains a partial vacuum and has a one-way entrance. By slowing down the action 240 times, we can see how they work. With the